Dowder, what did the coaching staff and Carbs try to emphasize to you guys after the Devil loss going into the Vegas game?
I think it was just a compete thing. You know, I think it was a compete and a communication thing in my opinion. And I think that was kind of something that they touched on as well. You know, I thought in the Devil game, being that it was our first game of the season, we're playing with a lot of new guys. I mean, that was the first time that we played with, you know, basically with that entire lineup all together. And so we had some new faces. You know, and you're trying to work through a couple things, right? I mean, not saying that there was any excuse or anything, but that was the Devils' fourth game, I think. I think there were so many plays where if we had just talked to each other, hockey happens so fast. You know, a lot of the times, like, you have to rely on other people's voices to let you know what to do. And you know, I felt that in the first game, a lot of us, including myself, would kind of watch something unfold, and, you know, you're kind of waiting to see what the guy would do as opposed to, you know, trying to help him out, communicate with him. And then I think that got figured out in the next game. I think there's a lot more communication, and guys were able to make a lot more plays under pressure. And you know, I think that led to better hockey. So.
Hey, Dowder, do you want to hear some gushing praise from a hockey blog that all of us here follow? I'm going to read it to you.
I do not. I don't want to hear it.
You don't
even give it to me.
No. You know what? You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it anyway. This is.
Didn't seem like a question then.
This is
Right,
Chris
exactly.
Cerullo from RussianMachineNeverBreaks.com. Each time I checked on Tuesday night, Nic Dowd's line featuring Dowd, Brandon Duhaime, and Taylor Radish jumped off the page. At the end of regulation, the three had started 0 shifts in the offensive zone, yet absolutely dominated Vegas. With Dowd on the ice at 5-on-5, the Caps held positive differentials in shot attempts, scoring chances, and high danger chances. They gave up just 1 scoring chance, 0 high danger chances, and also scored 2 goals during those minutes. Absurdly good. You should print that out and bring it into Carbs and show it to them.
Or the GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll maybe get that framed for the wall at home. Who knows?
I mean, that feels nice when people like spotlight your good play, I would think.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to be praised. I think hockey's. I think any sport, players know how they played, you know, right when the game ended, right? I mean, you could come out of the game with 2 or 3 points, and you know that you're like, I had a brutal game, but man, I was lucky to get a couple points. That's always nice, you know. And then you play those games where you're like, man, I played really, really well, and I was -2. Like, how does that work? You know, and everyone knows that, right? Like, we all know that exiting games. So I think, you know, the self-awareness is good. To be honest, I've never been one to read any of that stuff. I'm really not, I don't have a big social media presence. I mean, I find a lot of times I walk into the rink and guys will say stuff and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that happened, or, oh, this guy got traded, or even, you know, football, baseball, whatever. They're like, oh, you guys see that? I'm like, I actually didn't see any of that. Right. So, and I think that's been really helpful to me. I kind of got off of it when I was in LA as a rookie, and I found it just wasn't, you know, even the good or the bad, right? Because, you know, you play one game of 82 and you go out and you don't have a consistent game the next night, you know, kind of what, you know, it's all for nothing in my opinion. So.
Yeah.